Demo Dabble.
This is Demo Dabble, a show where we get a demo, we dabble in it, which just means we play it for a little bit, we see if it's something that we want to look into further later on, and we just share with you what it's like to pop into that demo so you can make the same decision for yourself. In this, bad news, it's Empires, but it's in ruins. I don't know what kind of game this is. I like the music in the background for this. Let me let you hear it. There's an environment and a moodiness to the way that it's being presented. And I just wanted to highlight it because while I was getting ready to do it, I couldn't help but notice it and figured, why not? New game. So we can go campaign. Maybe this will tell us what kind of game it is. Reenact the endeavors of Sergeant Hans Heimer and his army during the Western Marches campaign in the year 473 AK. This is a story-driven strategic adventure in 5 acts. Strategic progress is bound to the storyline, and research and development are tied to the campaign. But there's a sandbox. Free-roaming game mode with pseudo-random variations and no storyline. This is recommended for those who have already played the campaign. Free strategic process, free research and development progress, no difficulty assistance. As average as you are. Optional challenges. Riots active, which is compulsory in campaign, okay. Tributes active, sure.
Do you like them tales where noble knights save the world, win the love of a beautiful woman? Well, if that's what you're looking for, then piss off back to your mummy, 'cause this story ain't one of them. For starters, I'm 18 assault charges short of being a noble knight. And for some reason, my sparkling personality attracts women like shit on a stick. And now I find myself leading an army of incompetent knuckleheads to the Western Marches, the foulest cesspit in this cursed nation. But at least it keeps us away from the Crovan scum. Ah, the Western Marches. Can you smell that? That's the stench of poverty and corruption. The rich tossers, von this and von that, tax the hell out of dregs who have little more than the shirts on their back. And then they rebel. Oh, what a bloody surprise. Guess who has to clean up the mess? Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here if I hadn't thumped the spit out of Baron von Kilmert's son. But his sneering face was just begging for it. So I guess I'll have to get this bollocks done before I can get back to my armchair and a decent brandy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get moving. My balls have disappeared into my body. My name is Hans Heimer, first sergeant in the Koth Army, and there are shit times ahead.
Okay. Our reluctant heroes reach the Western Marches and behold the chaos wrought by the rebellion. It is time for Sergeant Hans Heimer to meet his supporting officers and find answers to some pressing questions. What precisely is he doing here? Has his somewhat checkered past finally caught up with him? And will the brandy supply last the duration of the campaign? I'm not sure if they're going for a humor side or sort of a little bit of edgelord side here. I feel like if they're going edge, it's going to be cringy. If they're going funny, it could work, but I don't know how easy humor is to actually write, having never done it. Corporal Frederick Turg, 3rd Infantry, reporting for duty. Sir, I must say it's an honor to serve under you. Turd, see, I think it's going to go cringe. Unfortunate name. If you think this is an honor, then you don't know me, Corporal. It's Turg, sir. Frederick Turg. That's what I said. Appropriate name, Turd. Has a ring to it. Aye, sir. Just one question, if you don't mind. Do you prefer to deal with numbers or people? What kind of stupid question is that? I hate them both. I'm definitely, but I'm going to go here. But although brandy and numbers don't mix, I can still be pissed and yell at morons. So empathy plus 10%. Interesting stat. Understood, sir. I'll construct a communication network between the civilians and our military officers. One last question before I leave you to our... Let me start that whole thing over. One last question before I leave you to our... Why? Why can I not say the word plan? It's right there. It's a 4-letter word. Sir, one last question before I leave you to plan our glorious campaign. Do you need any advice on the tasks at hand? Yeah, never played it before. Let's go. This man is shouting death to the servants of the elite. Burn down everything, brothers. You've got to be kidding. Who are these imbeciles? We are the people. We are justice. Your masters have subdued us for too long, lapdog. Holy scrote, give me a break. Can't a man have a minute with his brandy? We're starving and you talk about booze? This injustice is what we fight against. Calamir must burn. Finally, the Western Marches will be free. Raise the place. Great idea. That'll save it, bloody moron. Turd, where in care... I think that's supposed to be where in the care's name are you, Corporal? Here, sir. Hostile rebel forces have been spotted in Calamir. Whoa, no shit, Corporal. Tell me something I don't know. Damn it, me brandy will have to wait. Let's put these dogs down. I don't think Sergeant Heimer is a bad man. Perhaps he didn't have the best upbringing. Okay, Empires in Ruins sticks to several conventions typical to... Oh, it's a tower defense game. Okay, interesting. Not at all where I thought we were going. I thought we were going SRPG is where I thought we were going. All right, so there's some differences. Use the hints and tips in order to have a better idea of what to do to beat the first battle. Okay. So generic battle rules I cannot read. Build at first only one scout tower to detect incoming enemies. Remember that scouts can't attack. Okay, so a lot of tower defense games usually have a bar or some sort of indicator of who's coming next. It looks like here you don't get that unless you build a scout tower. Build your first guards tower quite near the castle and expand farther after a couple of waves. Okay. Interesting. I've never seen that advice that you want to build your guard tower near the castle, and in fact I never have. I always build them away first because I'm thinking once they reach my back towers, my headquarters is already under attack and getting damage. Upgrade your tower's damage, range, and fire rate to make them deadlier. Okay, we're familiar with those with tower defense. Remember that repairing a tower takes time and the tower will not attack during repairs. Do it between waves if possible. You receive gold by killing enemies and skipping time between waves. Nice. That is something tower defense has been doing for a little bit now. The basic resources are wood, stone, and iron, and production is of 5 units every 4 seconds, only when there are enemies in the map. That's interesting. Build lumberjacks, mines, and quarries to increase your resources production. And use the right mouse click to access the quick building menu. Interesting, because they point out that some things are different than normal, and other than the first point, I haven't seen it. Okay, so let's take a look here. Buildings, towers. Let's go ahead and build the scout tower. I'm not sure that it really matters where it goes if it can't attack, so let's just build it right there. Oh boy, the art style of the landscape is reminding me of something. Oh, you know what? Now that I see it has an area, I'm thinking I should have put it over here instead. Whoops. All right, so we got towers, buildings, there's the repair tools, so let's see. Research, it says. Well, let's go ahead and build this guard tower since I have now learned that I'm a moron. Yeah, you can sell it. Tower settings panel. Scouts and outpost towers don't have shooting settings. Their only purpose is to detect the incoming waves before they arrive in the map and reveal infiltrating enemies. They're also not influenced by morale. So there's a morale setting. That's interesting. You can upgrade their range. No special abilities. These are being built pretty fast. We got our resources down here. However, I never saw how to research anything. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Morale 50. Chance of that. Shoot target closest to the castle, or a bunch of other things. Lock on target. I don't know what that means. But, okay. Good to know. Oh, what are the upgrades here? Range, fire rate, damage. Okay. I'm going to put a scout tower where one should have been all along. And in the meantime, I'm going to sell this one. Very simple interface. So I'm glad for that. What is this 1 of 7? 1 of 7 must be the... Oh, you guys can't see the cursor on here. It's by the time menu over here. 1 of 7 must be the number of waves. Reasonable. Okay, so now that I've done that, I still don't really see anything else. I don't know if this is me just doing this wrong or not. So now I don't have the resources for that. Let's see if we can increase the game speed a little bit. I don't know if they're just building time for you to get used to everything, which I can definitely see. Or am I just missing enemies at the moment where I'm just not seeing them? See, it's weird. It says research to unlock. Oh, we've got two worker units essentially. Okay. Oh, I see. There's a fight button that I needed to press that. Scouting is in progress, they say. What's going on here? Oh, they can come out of these mines. Okay. Making sure. Yeah, there's the next wave button. Let's see how this does. They're dogs. Can I WASD around? I can. Can't click on them for any info. Okay, so we're going to pause here. We got some resources. Let's get another one of these up. Oh. Well, let's go ahead and do that just to get more money early on. This time it looks like we got some dudes. If anything, I want to upgrade their fire rate. Oh, they can attack your civilian guys. Okay. Curious. how that works. Okay. Kind of as expected. Whoops. Yeah, so this is gonna collapse it for sure. Let's get another one of these up. Sound like something fell, didn't it? Hey, I didn't know you'd be able to do that. Okay, so guy comes out. Let's get somebody to this one too in the meantime. And that's why they give you so much time between waves. Understood. Oh, they were attacking the scout tower. Okay. I'm like, I don't understand what that is. Now I do. Send a guy out there. Take care of that. Yeah, there's all these empty buttons too down here, and I know it says research for one of them. So let me take a quick look at the towers here. Okay. Oh, he must have used stuff too. Did he fix it though? Barely. Oh, these guys are a lot tougher. Or no, it's just one of those. Ah! It is interesting that there's a lot of possible that there's a lot of possible attacks against the towers. I do feel like that's different. Most tower defense games, your towers are completely safe. So you won, Commander. You will live to fight another day. Have no illusions, though. Chances to fail will be right behind every turn of the road. So let's see. Oh, one of our workers did die? I didn't think he actually died. Here are some of my ancestors. That was a mess. How many did we lose? Forgive me, sir, but that was a small skirmish compared to the battles that rage across the region all the time. If you say so, turd. Still big enough to interrupt my drinking. Now answer the question. Losses were limited, sir, and Calamir is now secure. Maybe we can use this place as a staging post for raids into neighboring provinces. Dismantle the resistance that way? Staging posts for... Staging post for raids. Honestly, Turd, you're pathetic. We attack right away. The sooner we're done, the sooner we get home. Or drunk. Or both. Sir, we don't actually have enough troops for an all-out attack. The rebels outnumber us 5-1. What sort of crappy odds are those? So basically you're saying we're royally screwed. Not necessarily, sir. We've plenty of materials and workers. We could fortify the area, entice the rebels to come to us. I like the idea of sitting on our arses, Turd, but what do we fight these scumbuckets with? Well, we'll have to fight dirty, sir. Dig in, set up ambushes. There'll also be men loyal to the crown in each province who should help our cause. I have an idea. We should fortify our positions as we advance and let them pea-brained rebels crash against us like vomit on a paving slab. Yes, sir. Brilliant idea. Delightful imagery, too. First, there's a sergeant called Vunstenberg you should speak to, sir. His Scots are skilled at recon. I'm sick of nattering, Turd. I need a bloody drink. Sorry, sir. It's just... he seems to know what he's doing. Ha! Knowing what you're doing is overrated, Turd. Don't trust anyone who thinks they do. One more thing, sir. What do I have to do to get some peace, Turd? I'm sorry, sir, but I'd recommend paying a visit to Gottfried Megler, the chief engineer. What the hell does he do? He's responsible for our research, sir. He develops new weapons and defenses and improves existing ones. One of his men just provided blueprints for new catapult towers and lumberjack huts. You'll have to ask Megler directly for other developments, though. And I should point out, sir, that he's very sensitive about his height. I'll try not to be too short with him then, I think. Yeah, let's visit him now and see what this is all about. What are you doing in my lab? Lab? From the smell, I thought this was the crapper. Can't hold it much longer. This is obscene. Who the hell are you? If you stand on tiptoes and look up, you'll see I'm your boss. So you're the one in charge of the crapper, right? How dare you? Get out! Easy there, short stuff. You don't want to piss off a man with bowel trouble. It can get real messy. I'm Sergeant Heimer. I'm here to inspect the engineering lab. If all you like, Stumpy, just tell me who you are and show me what crap we've got to throw at the enemy. I'm Gottfried Megler, His Highness's chief engineer for 3 decades. I heard the rumors our new commander was a drunkard imbecile. Sees that as an understatement. I'm sorry, this is disconcerting. Do you want a box or something to stand on before you give me a tour? How tall are you? What? I'm 1 meter 56, 1 centimeter above the minimum requirement to join the Corps, Clar. Clar? 156, Didn't know they stacked dung that high. They stack dung very high from what I've seen. So let's see, we've got soldiers and workers, resources and buildings, and the towers themselves. And there's, I see it unlocks as chapters go. My question is, let's see, research points and research points per turn. Interesting. You've got a research queue. That's how we leave. So, oh, you can... And this would be for everything just right away when it's built. Okay. What is... Oh, I see. These are categories. Okay. Okay. Curious about what you get for soldiers and workers stuff. They get stronger, probably faster. Okay. All right. Okay, this is the control panel of our province. Let's, whoop. Rebellion is your main concern. The higher it gets, the more dramatic events will affect the province. If it gets too high, you'll end up with hanged governors and riots. Authority and happiness are ways to control the rebellion. The higher they are, the more rebellion will lower with turns. The opposite applies as well. To raise happiness, you can lower the taxes, but you will obviously earn less gold. You can use the slider to see its impact. Food abundances and building temples also have a positive effect on a province's happiness. The military manager is most important for authority. Distribute our men either to the army, which will raise attack and defense for battles, or to the guard, raising authority. Okay. Interesting. We'll wait, though. Hang on. I see. Okay. I was trying to tell how to know which side went to what thing, and it's the image. I'm assuming crown is authority, and swords are battle. So, okay. Sure. You can also assign one of your officers as governor. I recommend picking a loyal one with good social skills when the time comes. A governor can't follow you in battle as part of the battle board. For now, we have more pressing matters, though. You can also raise authority by building and upgrading the province command posts and guard posts. We'll get to that soon. Go ahead and open this window, building queue. We can start this building. Oop. Okay. And this is resources you get over time. Natural resources, grasslands, which give base food production, and stones, which allow for a quarry. Okay. You can move your headquarters to the province. Interesting. You can request reinforcements. Also interesting. Huh. So we're going to go to Yelbert. Send the scouts. Tell them come from here to go to there. And here's where the end turn's gonna happen. Alright, it was successful. Everything there is to know about Velbert is on the report table. Okay, so what do we got here? Here's their production. Okay. Rebellion, happiness. Okay. Okay. So I actually feel like I've seen just about everything I need to see. I don't know what. Oh, that's just to tell me that was successful. Okay. Oh, and you can see yourself here. Leadership does what? For calling a charge, affects your officers, tactics, empathy, which I increased early on. Okay. Huh. Okay. This is pretty deep what they're doing here. Oh. I'm supposed to be... Oh, I see. Skill points over there. Okay. Just do that for now, because I'm actually good. I do want this. I am curious about it, so let's go ahead and head over to the store and look it up here. This one is available. And what else can I see about it here? Only about 100 reviews. It's getting a 73%. I imagine the big issue might be there is an issue with the presentation of some of the menus and such, but I mean, I've just barely touched it. This seems pretty deep. I am curious about it. I'm moving it to my wish list. This is made by Hammer and Ravens. That's the name of the company. I'm not familiar with that name. I'm curious. This is not their first game. They've got this. They've got something called Headbangers in Hell. And Ale Abbey actually sounds familiar. I may have come across that, but it's not something I currently have. So there we go. A different take on... You know, it's a tower defense game with a campaign that makes me think it's paying a bit more attention to the management side, and I kind of like that. It does feel like it's going to be tough. Usually the first levels are just throwaways, and we saw how badly I screwed that up without quite knowing what I was doing. So I'm going to give this a try. And I'm definitely going to support these guys. And, you make the decision for yourself. I will see you guys next time.